In the thumbnail, you saw an image of me finishing a workout routine from a hotel room. Watching another content creator on YouTube, one of my favorites, Fabulous 50s, I will put in a shameless plug for Schellea Fowler. I found her videos in 2020, and at that time during the shutdown, it was a lifesaver for me, someone who had had a gym membership for many years and spent most of my time going out to exercise. And oftentimes it was also walks around the neighborhood, hikes near my home, though for the most part I was utilizing a gym to work out. I didn't feel that I had the space or the equipment or the necessary tools to get the workout that I wanted. The fitness on the go and travel fitness, the title of this video, a little bit misleading, because first I want to talk to you about rest. And I'm going to read you a couple of snippets directly from my website. And if you don't know, my name is Tiffany. I am the founder of Anderson Therapeutics. I have a background in public health. I'm an alternative healthcare provider, health educator, wellness coach, and this Aging Well channel is to bring the tips, resources, and tools that I have practiced as an older adult who's managing chronic health conditions, as well as education that I share with those that I work with. Let's get back to rest and improving sleep. Who out there is sleeping really, really well? Are you getting the sleep and the rest that you need? That's challenging. Can become more challenging as we get older, especially if we're managing multiple chronic conditions. The snippets on my website. Sleep restores us. Sleep has the power to rejuvenate us, and sleep relaxes us. A given, yes? Sleep can be a long-lost friend for those of us with chronic conditions, and long periods of restful sleep may sound like a fanciful dream or the luxury vacation you may never experience, or perhaps you've never experienced restful sleep. I understand, because getting enough sleep has been challenging for me since childhood. And there are a variety of techniques and tips that can help without a prescription. Medicated sleep is often necessary, and device-assisted sleep, such as those who are perhaps using a CPAP machine, those are tools and devices necessary. Does it give you the most restful sleep? A dear friend who I spent a lot of time with was attached to a CPAP machine for years, and their woe was that they never felt like they were rested. It was just a constant feeling of getting a little bit of rest, though just that chronic, exhaustive feeling. And there were other methods that they were led to that didn't remove the need for the CPAP machine, though it improved and enhanced their ability to sleep more soundly. And that's what I want to expand on today. You know, rest, just rest in itself, is another way to relax and rejuvenate. And we do rest while we sleep, though we can rest, we can get rest without sleeping, such as resting while you meditate, resting during deep breathing exercises, something as simple as that quiet moment when you can have time for yourself and close your eyes. There's a period of rest. Do you have cat naps? I love cat naps. And even times in the midst of a workday, a busy, hectic time can be mitigated by having, even if it's just time in the restroom, to just decompress, close your eyes, and have some moments of peaceful silence. The solitude of just having alone time is incredibly restorative, and oftentimes we're not getting enough of that as well, solitude, when we're sleeping. And if we are getting that deep, relaxing, that REM state sleep, that's when we're having some quality solitude. Sleep is when our body restores, rejuvenates. There's healing mechanisms going on. It's that deep state of sleep that we often miss out on when we're managing chronic conditions if there are other things hampering our ability to sleep, such as medication symptoms, the actual symptoms of our illnesses, and it's all very unique. It's based on the individual. That's where my role as a health educator and as a coach, when I speak to people, when I'm having those one-on-one conversations to partner with someone, I can suggest and I can advise and I can say what works for me, though it's not about mimicking. It's not about comparison. It's about discovering and taking the time to explore and try different experiences. And it's that trial and error that has allowed me to find what works for me to finally get a good night's sleep. And it's not easy. It's another part of the health journey. And it's a way to get in touch with my health and my state of being. To me, sleep is it's a feedback tool. It's as simple as, when you're looking to lose weight, you're using a scale to assess where you are. And if, on the next day or a week or something after a weight loss goal, you use the tool to see if you've, made some progress. Sleep is the daily feedback tool of whether we're feeling rested and when we wake up and we have aches and pains, or not, if we're feeling refreshed and rejuvenated and cozy and comfortable. Those are feedback tools from our body. The other snippet from my website on the topic of rest is what I discovered that works well for me and has worked well for others, is that daily moderate exercise helps you to rest, though overexerting yourself has the opposite effect. Now, for those of us who are managing chronic conditions, exercise can be challenging, physically, mentally, and emotionally, though exercise in some form is essential to better manage your conditions and get a good night's sleep. So the fitness routine that I followed in my 20s and my 30s and my 40s, even in my 50s, now that I've turned 60, it's much different than the routine that I follow now. I have modified my fitness routine to match and partner with my body as it is right now, my abilities as they are right now, my limitations as they are right now. And are there times when I look back on the activities I could enjoy even in my 40s? Certainly, though what's the point of dwelling in the past? It's gone. I had those experiences, and I'm very grateful for the abilities that I have right now. I don't want to go back. I want to do my best and enjoy what I have and what I can do right now. Modifying activities to enhance and take advantage of your abilities right now, that's a coaching conversation. That is that partnership. And I hope that you have a physical therapist, a qualified coach, a doctor, a partner, someone in your life who you can have those honest conversations, and not simply someone throwing you a routine or a starry-eyed young coach at a gym. Not that there's anything wrong with those young starry-eyed coaches at the gym. I've worked with them before. There's a difference between telling someone what to do or directing someone in a routine that you've been trained in that may or may not work for someone's personality, their lifestyle, their preferences. It's not about just forcing. It's about that embracing and trying. A few of the people that I have been coaching have often asked, just show me what you're doing. Just tell me what you're doing. I could easily do that. And some of my videos that I've put out on YouTube so far have focused a lot on the food that I eat. Only because I know that for me, food is medicine, and food is one of the most important lifestyle practices that is within our control, and the nutrients that we're putting in our body impact us at the cellular level. And when we're nourishing ourselves effectively, we sleep better. We'll have the energy for the exercise. That's why I have been putting out a lot of food videos, and also to answer the questions for some of the people that I've been working with, that they're fascinated that I've been able to maintain the dietary plan that I've been following since 2016. And because of the benefits, it's worth it to me. I receive tremendous health perks by eating the way that I do. And that's often why we're doing anything. We're getting a reward. And I have found a nutritious, delicious way of eating that literally saved my life. It was so transformative that it was easy for me to embrace it, because I found it at a time when I was going through a health crisis and I was terrified. You may have heard the phrase that adversity is our greatest teacher. and that there are times when we're frightened or overwhelmed, that there are those aha moments when something just resonates, or that you feel that there is no alternative but to go a very different way. And there are also the gentle times when perhaps it's just trying something new. It doesn't have to be a crisis. Oftentimes, that can be just the shake-up moment of, something motivating to think, oh, I better make a change, because chronic conditions often push us into those moments. Consistency is what your body's looking for, and vacation for me is that gift of time when I have been saving up, I've been planning, I've been strategizing, I have everything in place. I am a planner. It's how I manage working multiple jobs and getting tasks done, and it works for me. I like to have a I was going to say format, and that's not really. Oh, it's when I set goals, I have the baby step goals, and then I have the big end goal in mind. That is how I accomplish the daily tasks to work, and I imagine you're doing the same thing. When you're on vacation, do you take the time to exercise and go to the gym? I filmed a really short little snippet of the Caesars Palace gym when I went there this morning, and I had it all to myself for about the first half hour of my workout, and it was delightful. I no longer have a gym membership at home, only because during the pandemic, when everything shut down, I wound up putting together a home gym, and it's been delightful. I've really preferred it, honestly, and it saved me a lot of money. And thanks to the content creators that I'm watching, like Fabulous 50s, I will put a link to her video on the end screen, as well as Amy's Beacon Yoga. This is a woman who is in Japan, and her lymphatic massage videos, the facial massage, and also a reverse crunch routine, I have been experiencing just tremendous results, and specifically from the reverse crunch workout, because when I first saw it, I was intrigued only for the fact that I have been experiencing mid to low back pain for years because I have osteoarthritis and I have osteoporosis. That is one of the main reasons, if you saw my video earlier, that I was talking about weight day. And this is a Saturday. I typically lift weights on Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. Those have been my days that typically work for me. I missed yesterday because the gym was just too crowded. I couldn't get to the free weights, and I had it all to myself this morning. The strength training is slowing down the bone loss and actually helping to support a number of functions. There's many, many reasons to add strength training, especially for women, and for women who are well, at any age, but certainly 30s and 40s, when we're starting to go in the decline and losing our bone. We lose bone more rapidly than men. There's many physical reasons for that. And by strength training, I am protecting my bones. Back to Amy's video. When I saw her reverse crunch workout, I was more fascinated at the core strengthening aspect, because I knew that, if you think about our bodies and how one side balances the other, so stomach over here, back over here, if you strengthen your core, your back is going to be stronger and vice versa. So if one side is weak, then it's going to impact the strength of the other. The same with, working your bicep, tricep. You want to work both, otherwise it's one side's out of whack. It has to be balanced. The challenge of her video was a 2-week, and I wasn't necessarily looking at the tight tone 6-pack. That wasn't my focus. Now, having a stronger, leaner core, that protects your organs. That is the internal markers. I speak about that often when I'm coaching people, especially for mature adults. When we get to a point in our life where the outward appearance, that may be really important for you, that is no longer as important for me, because I have other more important things to focus on than whether I have a flat belly. The energy and time that I put into that as a younger woman, I was harming myself and shaming myself and feeling less than because of stretch marks and a looser belly after having a child. And I've been an empty nester for decades, so having a flat, pretty tummy isn't my priority. The reverse crunch, when I first started practicing that routine, I was a little bit nervous because she goes into a bit of a back bend, and I will post that one as well if you want to check that out. The results that I received is that the mid-thoracic pain that I had been experiencing in my back for years, and talking to my own massage therapist, my Reiki practitioner, my acupuncturist, my doctor, and all of the different ways that I could better manage that pain, when I incorporated her routine, it was gone. I strengthened my back and my core to a degree that pain is gone. And I have been continuing that routine. It's also improved my balance. Now, for anyone, falls are a huge risk for injury and even death. And for those of us who are older, and those of us like myself who are living with artificial joints, a fall can be especially deadly. That is another reason why I work out every day, why I practice balance routines. I taught falls prevention in senior centers before I had hip replacement and after I had hip replacement. Working on our balance at any age, I teach balance exercises when I'm working with young families and little children. And it's interesting to see the look on people's faces, especially even little ones, that haven't quite got their balance. We see that in toddlers, if you're raising children, of that look they have on their faces. They're trying to figure out their balance to take those first steps or play sports. And we need to have balance. It's a protective factor. So on vacation, when you're at a hotel, or perhaps at that beautiful outdoor setting, I hope that you're taking the time to take a long walk, to stretch, and to go to the hotel pool, the beach, the lake, wherever you are, to invest in your body and take better care of yourself. And then you can sleep more soundly, digest your food more effectively. And this is all about aging well, to have the energy, the stronger immune system, and that endorphin high. You can still experience that endorphin high at any age simply by moving your body at whatever ability that you can. Now, I've worked with people in clinical settings who are bedridden or perhaps immobile in some ways, perhaps bound to a wheelchair. There is a movement that you can do as long as you still have a pulse, as long as you are still breathing. There are movements. Speak to your physical therapist, speak to your doctor. There are ways, even if it's just with belly breathing and deep breath work, working in a pool, having that flotation, having a facilitated stretch. There are many ways to exercise your body at whatever stage you're at in your life. And it is an investment to feel better and to care for yourself. Our body gives us messages, and if they seem really harsh and unkind, it's a call for help. And that's what chronic conditions and disease is. It's an invitation and a call for attention. And you can answer that call with kindness and care. If you found this information useful, inspiring, please give this video a like. I'm going to put a link to my website in the description, andersontherapeutics.com. The resources, tips, and tools on that website are many that I have been living by and has been shared with me from other healthcare providers, and things that I have picked up across my health career. I have been working in this field since 1996 and have a wide variety of resources to share. Take good care of yourself, eat well, move, and I hope you get a good night's rest. Thanks for watching.